everyone, today we're going to go through how to complete a company establishment or a company setup, formerly known as, on the Lightyear Docs platform. So I'm here in the document wizard under company establishments, and we have 5 different types of companies. Today we're going to go through our standard company. Please bear in mind this is the ASIC fee shown, and that is alongside your subscription, or if you are doing it pay as you go, this will be the price of the ASIC fee, which goes directly to ASIC. So just an important note, our company setups are slightly different to our regular document setup, so please pay attention as there are a few extra steps that you need to be aware of just before you get going. So I found our standard company. I'm going to just ensure this is definitely the right company and constitution that I want to do. Yep, looks fantastic. I can go ahead and start the document. Again, this is a little bit different to our regular company document setups. So please watch the registration of company video if you are unsure, but this video should help a lot. So in our registration of companies, we've got 4 different pre-steps to do before we actually get into the interview. As always, first of all, we want to name our document something that we can use later. And secondly, we get to the ASIC live company name availability checker. So when you pop in your name, you can go in, add the legal elements and click check, and just ensure that your name is available. If you have already reserved a name, or for whatever reason, and you are very, very sure that the name is available, but it is coming up with an error message here saying it is not, please continue with the interview process and let one of our team know, and we'll be able to help you with that. We also have a little step here just to ensure that as per ASIC guidelines, all company office holders have actually completed a pre-registration consent. So this is in line with 201D of the Corp Act, and it is as per ASIC direction. You can download a blank consent form either directly from ASIC, or we've linked it here to our Success Hub. So just ensuring that the members do sign this before you sign your company documents. And then we've also got after registration consents in the documents as well. Finally, we have a little section here just verifying that you as an advisor and your clients understand director ID requirements. We do not ask for them as per ASIC guidelines, but it is similar to a tax fund number. The people or directors personally need to ensure that they have them, but we do not ask for them, of course. But just going through here just to understand and tick that you have understood all of the requirements. Once you've done all those, you can start the document interview just like any other document. And while the interview loads up here, as always, if you wanted to change the branding on your document, you can go ahead and do that here, upload your logo. If you wanted to include our legal disclaimer from our lawyers at Abbott-Family to your clients, you can go ahead and click the legal disclaimer here. I'm just going to leave it out for now. You can utilize the common address button. And with your registration, this is pre-pulled in. You can change your company class if you wanted it to be limited by guarantee rather than shares. And same as the subclass, it is already pre-populated. Popping in our stage of registration, if the company does require a manual review, you can go ahead and tick that one here. And as always, if you didn't know anything or you wanted a bit more help, we do have these little hover over question buttons here, which give you a bit more information. Dealing with our company details, we've already popped in our name that we already got consent for. So please don't touch this, as we cannot guarantee the name you'll put in next can be reserved. If you would like to add a successor director solution from first go, I recommend you do this. You can click yes and go through with that. Otherwise, you can just select no. I'm just popping in our registered office. I'm just popping in an address here. Obviously, this is a fake address, so this is not going to come up in our address checker, which you can see up here, which we'll talk about later. But you obviously need to put in a registered address that ASIC recognizes, and just popping in the occupancy and principal place of business as the same address. When adding a company associate, all we want to do is ensure that we have at least one director and shareholder present, which I'm just going to make our trustee John Smith. If the director has any former names, you can go ahead and pop that in here. and just adding in his address here. As well as his date of birth. And then confirming that. From here, we can go in and add in our share allocations, which of course we just have the one. And it is pre-populated to the ordinary share class. You can change that if need be. I'm just doing 1 for 1. This obviously depends on the circumstances, what you would advise your clients to use. Just keeping it super simple. Then just going in and adding our public officer and chairperson, as well as just setting the relevant dates to today's date. If you did want to make a change to the standard minutes, you can go ahead and toggle this option here and make the relevant customizations there. For now, I'm just going to click no. Now, like I said, this interview is slightly different to our regular document interviews, and I'm going to take you through the process you need to do before registering the company to ensure everything runs smoothly and you get that ACN. So, a few things to note. Please do not touch this field here. This is where, after we make a payment right here, once successful, your ACN will populate here. This means that ASIC has accepted your registration and everything is good to go. So we go to the finalization step, and you'll see that we've very much bolded the 3 steps we need to go through before you can register the company. The first thing you want to do is check your address. So we're going to use this little toggle up here. Obviously, like I said, I put in a fake address for the sake of the demonstration, but what you would want to see here is 2 green ticks and no ASIC error button. If you did, for whatever reason, have an issue with a address, whether it's coming up as incorrect and you know it's correct or anything of that sort, please just let one of our team know. And we will be able to assist you with that. But for demonstration's sake, let's assume that this is all green, good to go. We can click done. Yes, we've checked our addresses and they're all good to go. The next step, and the most important, is making our payment to ASIC. So we go up here to the top right to go and make our payment. We want to proceed yes, and this will take you to another page and ask you to leave this page. You need to click yes, we're going to leave the page. Obviously, this is going to be a fake for the sake of the demo, so we're just going to pop in the dummy credit card here. Obviously, this would be for your organization, so please ensure that you have the funds available and ready to make the payment, because once the payment declines for any reason, you do have to wait 3 hours as per ASIC payment gateway borderlines. So we're going to pretend this has all gone through. I can click cancel, but pretend we've put through a correct credit card. The payment's gone through. Everything's wonderful. The ASIC payment will say payment accepted, and the ASIC status will be completed. Again, and to know that your ASIC registration has gone through, the ASIC receipt here will show the ACN number. So again, suspending our disbelief for the sake of the demonstration, our ASIC receipt has gone through. Next thing we do is we relaunch the document. Pending everything has gone correctly, what you will see is in the second last tab here, your ACN will be pre-populated straight from ASIC. So let's, again, for the sake of the demonstration, we've had funds in our credit card, our address has been accepted. Let's pretend this has pre-populated. This is what you would like to see in your interview. Once that's through, we can do this. Yes, we've assembled, we've made the payment, and we've gotten our ACN. That's our receipt. Then we can go ahead and click assemble. Please do not click assemble until you have gotten your ACN. That will close the interview and you will not be able to go back into it. So interviews are not time sensitive. You can do everything and save it for later if you can't make the ASIC payment at the present time. But once you have clicked assemble, unfortunately you cannot go back in and restart. So if that happens and you've not made your payment, you will have to start a new document. Once that's gone through, it'll bring us through to the document completion page, and like all our other documents, you'll be able to download that one as a PDF, send for legal review, or order a hard copy. Now that that's all done, it'll come up with the pop-up here. where you can download your PDF, order a hard copy. We also have a link here to proceed to the ABN and tax file number application if you or your client required that. You could also request additional legal review here. Like I said, all our templates are written and signed off and constantly reviewed by our solicitors at Abbott-Family. But if you did want legal review, whether you need something added into a constitution or you just wanted a bit of extra peace of mind, you can go ahead and click the link here and that will take you through the legal review process. Otherwise, you're always welcome to relaunch if you need to look over your answers. Or if you click here, it'll come up as your completed document. You can click the little ellipses here with a range of actions that will come down underneath, including your ASIC logs and your audit logs. You could also download unsigned copies as well as order your hard copies, like I said, sync, rename copy, and that sort of thing. Thanks very much, everyone. And as always, if you ever needed any help, you're very welcome to always contact support, and we'd always be so happy to take you through your first company.